Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Biker shot by soldier, crony arrested. One man has been rushed to hospital after being shot allegedly by soldiers on Spanish Town Road in Kingston. Eyewitnesses say he and another man were firing shots in the direction of Tivoli Gardens as they drove on a motorbike. Soldiers responded and returned fire, hitting one of the men. The other is now in police custody. 15-year-old wanted for double murder held in police raid. A 15-year-old boy who was implicated in the double murder of a couple and the injury of a man at their home was arrested during an operation along Rickett Street, Savannah Lamar, Westmoreland on Thursday, August 26. Reports from the Savannah Lamar police are that shortly after 3 a.m. on Tuesday, July 13, armed men broke into and opened gunfire, hitting 19-year-old Christian Brooks of Fulham, Westmoreland, and 22-year-old Anthony Godfrey, otherwise called Sanso, of Hudson Street in the parish, and another man while they were sleeping. All three persons were taken to hospital, where Brooks and Godfrey were pronounced dead. The other man was admitted in stable condition. Police said the teen was held during a raid in Westmoreland. A court date is being finalized for the accused. Firefighters protest for pay hike. A group of firefighters yesterday protested outside the headquarters of the Jamaica Fire Brigade on Hagley Park Road in St. Andrew. The first responders are calling for an increase in their salary.
We are tired of them. We are tired of this. Not even food we can put on our table. Yes, expert association, they expect us to do it. But they will talk on that. Management call me to meet and say, "Oh, that can happen."
Jamaica surpasses 500,000 vaccination. Jamaica on Thursday surpassed 500,000 vaccinations. Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Christopher Tufton, made the announcement on social media on Thursday. This is a big milestone for Jamaica, and we are well on the way to meeting our target of 700,000 vaccinations by the end of September, Tufton tweeted. He urged Jamaica to continue encouraging people to get vaccinated. Jamaica also welcomed 200,000 doses of AstraZeneca vaccine from Canada yesterday, bringing vaccine donations to 800,000 since this month. Flooding continues in some sections of Jamaica due to heavy rainfall. Flooding in Mandeville and Alligator Pan. Heavy and persistent rain have left several roads in Mandeville flooded. The situation has caused problems for a number of people in the central Jamaica town, including the occupants of a Toyota motor car who had to abandon the vehicle after trying to maneuver a flooded section of Bonito Crescent. Meanwhile, at least 10 households are now marooned on Harriet Meadows as the only access road to their homes is flooded. Over on the Carteret Road, a section of the main road in the vicinity of Belleair High School is flooded. Also, despite millions being spent to address drainage problem on Villa Road, there was flooding at a section of the roadway, which resulted in staff at a warehouse along the thoroughfare being stranded. In addition to this, sections of Levy Lane have been inundated with water, and traffic lights at two sections of Caledona Road are not functional. Meanwhile, in South, Omar Robinson, a resident of Alligator Pond, reported that the Coast Road which leads to Clarendon has been flooded. Nurses returning to work after meetings with NAG and Tufton. The island's nurses have been returning to work since Wednesday night, following a sick out by the healthcare workers earlier in the day, which coincide with record hospitalization and significant deaths as a result of COVID-19 pandemic. The sick out, which is a period of sick leave taken as a form of group industrial action, resulted in several hospitals, including the Conroe Regional Hospital, Mandeville Regional Hospital, Maypen Regional Hospital, and University Hospital of the West Indies, being adversely affected. The nurses have been advocating for structured measures to be introduced to quarantine priority care for themselves if they contract the virus, along with other things. In a release on Wednesday night from the Nurses Association of Jamaica (NAJ), its president Patsy Edwards-Henry said a meeting was convened with its membership at 10 a.m. on the day in light of the action that was taken by registered nurses across the island. At the meeting, a number of issues relating to working conditions, remuneration, and statements to be print media were aired, she noted. Following the meeting with its membership, the leadership of the NAJ met with Health and Wellness Minister, Dr. Christopher Tufton, and others of the ministry. At that meeting, prominent issues were discussed in earnest, the NAJ release stated. Arising from the meeting, the NAJ said Tufton committed to having dialogue with Prime Minister Andrew Holness and Minister of Finance and Public Service Dr. Nigel Clark. Based on the outcomes of the discussions and the commitment made by Minister Tufton to give some feedback by tomorrow, which is today, August 26, on the way forward, the Nurses Association of Jamaica urges all registered nurses to return to duty immediately or no later than 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. shift, the NAJ release, which was signed by Edwards-Henry, stated. The association reiterated its commitment to advocating for welfare of nurses. Further, the NAJ sought to assure Jamaican public that the nurses are committed to service and healthcare delivery. 300 inoculated in J-Ray and Nephew vaccination drive. J-Ray and Nephew played its part in the national COVID-19 vaccination effort on Wednesday when it hosted an inoculation drive at its Spanish Town Road headquarters in Kingston. Approximately 300 staff members and their dependents, as well as members of surrounding communities, received doses of the AstraZeneca and Johnson & Johnson vaccines at the initiative, which was held between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. Fraser-Price clocks 10.60 in win over Thompson Hero. World champion and Olympic Games silver medalist Shelley Fraser-Price won a personal best 10.60 seconds in an upset win over Olympic champion Elaine Thompson-Hero in the women's 100-meter at the Diamond League meeting in Switzerland on Thursday. It was just the third victory for Fraser-Price over Thompson-Hero in the 100-meter, doing so while setting a new meeting record, beating the 10.72 seconds set in 1998 by American Marion Jones. It was yet another 1-2-3 finish by the Jamaicans. Thompson-Hero, whose 8-race winning streak dating back to July 3rd was snapped, finished second in 10.64 seconds, and Olympic bronze medalist Shericka Jackson was third in 10.92 seconds. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.